We will talk Chelsea in a minute, David, but we're going to start with a club that's had another difficult summer, despite all the fans hoping for the opposite. David, talk us through Manchester United.
Well, Rebecca and everybody watching, it's good to be back. At Manchester United, it's the start of a new era, but at the moment it's a bit of a concerning one. It hasn't been the happiest of summers so far. Erik has arrived as the new manager. Richard Arnold has arrived as the new chief executive. So in the boardroom and in the dugout, there are new men in charge. And they would have hoped to get going in the best possible fashion, but immediately, almost immediately, Cristiano Ronaldo decided he wanted to leave Manchester United, and his intention was made clear to the club. It gave them a real headache. The problem is there is no club really that wants to take Cristiano Ronaldo, take on his wages, and there's no club that he would really want to go to that is available. Saudi Arabia, for example, might have been an option, but he wants to play Champions League football, so it looks like he will be staying, and Manchester United will hope to build around him. Their target, or Erik ten Hag's top target, is Frenkie de Jong of Barcelona. They've agreed a deal with Barcelona, but they haven't agreed a deal with Frenkie de Jong. It's a hugely complicated situation around his potential departure. Does he want to go? He's owed money by Barcelona. It's messy. At the same time, Manchester United have done some recruitment work. They've brought in Malacia, who's a young left-back, very impressive. Christian Eriksen, we know all about him. And also Lisandro Martinez, a really impressive left central defender, but they want to do more. They need that midfielder. They need an attacker. Is Cristiano Ronaldo going to be ready for tomorrow's match? It's a big season also for Marcus Rashford as well. I'm told he's had a fantastic pre-season. Is he going to lead the line? Because Anthony Martial, who's back from loan at Sevilla, has picked up an injury. So Erik ten Hag is fighting fires wherever you look, but from the people I speak to inside Manchester United, they're very impressed with how he's working so far. A disciplinarian on and off the pitch, and they'll hope that things can settle down, that they can beat Brighton and get this new era off to a positive start.
Well, David, a new era at Chelsea as well, but this time with the ownership, and many Chelsea fans were concerned when Abramovich left. Would they still spend the money? Looks like Chelsea are still spending the money.
And some. This new era at Chelsea got going at the end of May when the takeover was complete by Todd Boehly and the Clear Lake Capital Consortium. Todd Boehly, of course, we talked so much about him on NBC, the LA Dodgers co-owner. He isn't just the co-owner at Chelsea, he's now the chairman. He's the interim sporting director too. He has rolled his sleeves up, he's gone on the front line. He is negotiating transfers because Marina Granovskaya, who used to do that, and we expected to stay on in an interim capacity, has gone. Petr Cech, one of the experts involved in Chelsea's operation, has also gone. But Todd Boehly, so far so good. There were a lot of people laughing at the way he was operating, making offers for players left, right and centre, not managing to secure them. Rafinha went to Barcelona from Leeds, Jules Koundé to Barcelona from Sevilla. Chelsea were a bit of a laughing stock in the public, but I think they're doing a pretty good job. Since then, they've brought in Raheem Sterling, they've brought in Kalidou Koulibaly, they've now brought in Marc Cucurella from Brighton and Hove Albion. They've brought in Carney Chukwuemeka from Aston Villa, one of the most talented young players in England, and they want more. They want Wesley Fofana from Leicester City. They're considering moves for Frenkie de Jong. We talked about him at Manchester United. Chelsea are in for him too. There's some interest in Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang if he leaves Barcelona. So they are trying everything they can do to be successful at Stamford Bridge and get this new era off to a positive start. I think in time Todd Boehly will bring in a sporting director. Their first choice at Chelsea, I can tell you, is Michael Edwards, who is coming to the end of his time at Liverpool, but we're not sure if Michael Edwards would want to go there. So there is so much going on. Cesar Azpilicueta has extended his contract. Many players have left as well. There have been some ins, the outs, comings and goings, but the consistent factor at Chelsea is they expect success, and with the recruitment work they've done, I think they'll be pretty confident that they'll hit the ground running this season.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch highlights all season long, and be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend at 7 a.m. Eastern. And for even more content, head over to Peacock, where we've got live games, original series and a dedicated round-the-clock Premier League channel featuring studio shows, classic matches and much more.